Are we live? Wow, perfect. Good afternoon, welcome. We're going to wait just another couple of minutes. We'll have the faculty come in, and then we'll have the graduates come in, and we'll get started. Sorry for the delay, but I think it was worth the wait. We still have one graduate who is not quite here yet, but she'll work her way in after we get started. Give me 60 seconds. Would you do me a favor, and would you start walking that way and just make sure that WhatsApp and the message get there? Luis is on his way as well, but he can sneak in right behind you guys. Listo? Would you please rise and welcome the faculty and then the graduates. Please remain standing while we play the national anthems for the United States and for Venezuela. Please be seated. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. This is a special day for families. It's a special day for our seniors who will soon be graduates. It's a special day for the faculty because even Luis Alvarado will get time to be seated. Nothing like being called out by the teacher, right? Special welcome to our board members, our PTO officers, our parents, our families, family members who have traveled from quite a distance to be here with us, and we appreciate the efforts that you're making to be here with our seniors. Every year, the students who are graduating choose a faculty member to speak on their behalf. And this year, the class of 2026 has chosen two people. They've chosen our music teacher, Ms. Yuri, and our high school math teacher, Ms. Burguera. I'm going to ask Ms. Burguera to come up and do her speech, and we will give the Hamadi family just a minute to come in and sit. Gisela, please.
Ok, buenas tardes a todos. A petición de mis alumnos voy a hacer el speech en español, a pesar de que no es lo común. Bueno, buenas tardes a todos, autoridades del colegio, junta directiva, colegas, padres, familiares, invitados y muy especialmente ustedes, mis alumnos, los nuevos graduandos del 2026. Bueno, cuando recibí la invitación para ser la madrina de graduación, no puedo negar que me dio un sustico en el estómago. Y bueno, creo que todavía me da. Como se imaginan, esto es un poco fuera de mi zona de confort, pero aquí estamos celebrando con ustedes este gran día. Dicen que la vida, como el cálculo, trata de las cosas que cambian con respecto al tiempo. Y hoy estamos ante un punto de inflexión en sus vidas. Dejan atrás la escuela, que los ha acompañado durante tantos años para enfrentarse al mundo, ya como jóvenes adultos, con los pies firmes y las cabezas llenas de ideas. Estos últimos meses pasaron rápido, y aunque desde finales del año pasado ya ustedes estaban en modo ahorro de energía, hoy los veo aquí bien despiertos y con los ojos brillando de emoción. Todavía recuerdo mi primera interacción con ustedes durante el primer año de clases, cuando uno era su profesora y subieron a pedirme ayuda en ecuaciones lineales. Me pusieron a bailar con Xuxa con mi grupo guía en noveno, y seguimos por la senda de ecuaciones, cuadráticas, polinomios, exponenciales y logaritmos. Y, aunque todavía les asusta un poco la matemática, terminaron calculando curvas de distribución de Poisson y desviaciones estándares en sus clases de estadística este último año. Ahora, más temprano que tarde, ya están listos para comerse el mundo. En geometría, aprendemos que la distancia más corta entre dos puntos es una recta, pero ahora les va a tocar aprender que a veces el camino no va a ser recto. Va a tener curvas, tangentes y quizás hasta vueltas en círculo. Pero también recuerden que esas son justamente las funciones más interesantes. Si me permiten un consejo final como su profesora de matemáticas, es que no se conformen con ser la distribución normal. No sean un point value de un rango de valores. Y por favor no permitan que su vida sea simplemente una media estadística. La curva de Gauss es chévere para el colegio, pero la vida real pertenece a los que se atreven a estar en los extremos. Sean los outliers, los valores atípicos, esos datos que nadie espera, pero que cambian todo el resultado del análisis. Recuerden que, a diferencia de la X, su vida es la única variable que siempre tendrán el poder de definir. Como dice el célebre poema de Dr. Seuss que leemos en primaria, "You are on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. Class dismissed, you may go."
Miss Yuri, would you please come up?
Distinguished members of the board, Mr. David Carlson, Superintendent, dear fellow colleagues, family members, special guests, and of course, my 5th grade students, Andrea, Renata, Fatima, Daniel, and Diego. Good afternoon. Standing up here today, not just as your music teacher since 2017, but as one of the godmothers you chose to accompany you in this special moment, is a great honor of my career. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to you graduates for choosing me to be here with you and for you. When we started this journey back in elementary school in 2017, you were little kids trying to figure out how to make your recorder instrument sound good, with some freaking squeaks sounding here and there during the process. And I'm sure your parents still remember about that. You were really excited about playing soccer during recess, and some of you were still getting familiar with a new country, a new school, and new people. Then we moved to 2018, the year when we prepared and performed a fantastic musical that will always keep in my heart. You did an amazing job that made your parents, teachers, and friends be proud of you. Hats off to you forever for doing such an amazing job. Back in 2019, you were the group that helped me learn how to be the band teacher I am today. You were my very first beginning band students. Together we went from learning how to hold an instrument that was bigger than you, learning how to breathe, how to sit and blow properly, basic exercises, and finally, to stage unforgettable concerts and memories together. Many other important and impactful events happened between that first band concert in 2019 and today. Rehearsals, a pandemic, Vanas, solos, international days, Stuco events, Halloween, Christmas, Zoom calls, videos, audios, and honest conversations. We have grown in perfect harmony. Today, you're adults ready to be the conductors of your own lives, and I can't be more proud of the people you are today. You are no longer the little kids that needed help to walk down the stairs of this building without being running. Now you are great humans that are more than ready to go out to the world and work hard for your own dreams. Before you play the final notes of this chapter of your school life, I want to dedicate a few words to each of you, because every single one of you has been a vital part in this ensemble. Andrea, you are the sweet, steady melody of this group. Your dedication and your ability to always seek harmony, not just in music but in life, make you an exceptional human being. Never stop tuning the world with your presence. Renata, your strength and natural leadership are the equivalent of a drum solo that gets everybody on their feet. You possess a vibrant passion and a determination that will allow you to conquer any stage you set your mind to. Fatima, you have a deep artistic soul and an admirable precision. Your sensitivity to catch the details and transform them into something beautiful is a superpower. Keep playing through life with that same dedication and authenticity. Daniel, thank you for keeping on trying and persevering. Remember that in life, focus is the key. Whatever you direct your energy, you will see good results. Thank you for all the respect you always show to me and for trusting the process. Spark, energy, and creativity always brought a surprise factor to our classes and rehearsals. You have the ability to improvise in the face of adversity and come out winning with a smile. Never let anyone To the parents of these 5 wonderful young people, thank you. Thank you for all the hard work and decisions you had to make to get your kids to this moment. Thank you for always doing your best to help our Sibley community be better and get better. This achievement belongs to you just as much as it belongs to them. As you prepare for the grand crescendo that is university life, I want to leave you with 3 pieces of advice from this music teacher. First, find your own rhythm. College can be overwhelming and full of fast tempos. Don't panic if sometimes you feel out of sync. Stop, breathe, and count the beats again. Your process is unique. Second, don't fear the silences. In music, silence is just as important as the highest note. There will be moments of pause, doubt, or introspection. There are no failures. There are necessary spaces to prepare for the next great melody. Third, close this chapter with gratitude. Don't leave these halls with sad nostalgia, but with a heart full of happiness. Be grateful for every laugh, every difficult exam, every failed rehearsal, and every victory. You live with your hearts full of beautiful memories. Throughout these years, you haven't just attended a school, you have been part of something much bigger, the CIPLIC community and family. At CIPLIC, you learn that growth doesn't happen in isolation. Just like in an orchestra, where every instrument is vital, each of you has contributed a unique tone to our community. You learn to live together, to each other during difficult days, and to celebrate successes as one. CIPLIC has been the place where you can be allowed to rehearse, make mistakes, and try again. Never forget where you come from. This will always be your home. Take a moment to look around you. What we're celebrating today is not just the end of an academic chapter. It is the birth of a new melody in your lives. My dear students, your high school has come to an end, and the standing ovation is well deserved. Now, go out into the world, turn up the volume of your dreams, and make yourselves heard. Congratulations, your forever music teacher.
Eduardo, do I need to swap out microphones? Use the one. All right, let's see how that works. We are a small community. We're a tiny school, and one of the benefits of being small is that we really get to know each other. We know the families, we know the parents, we know sometimes the brothers and sisters, the siblings. And at graduation, our son just graduated. I think his school, not within the university, but the school within the university had like 1,100 kids. It's hard to see your son or daughter when they're part of that group, but you guys have the limelight. And one of the things that I think is super awesome about being this small is that every single senior gets a chance to say something at graduation. Most schools have 1 or 2 student speakers, but every single student has put together a speech. And I will give you fair warning. I just had eye surgery, so I have an excuse for wearing dark glasses during the ceremony. If the light suddenly gets really bright, feel free to use your sunglasses. And that's the only warning I can give you. And don't look for, I told Desi, don't look for me for strength because I cry easier than most people. Danny Gandara, you get to lead us off. Come on up.
Good evening, faculty, staff, families, friends, and the incredible graduation class of 2026. Standing up here today, looking out at these many familiar faces, my heart is completely full, and honestly, a little overwhelmed. We always knew this day would come. We talked about it, we dreamed about it, and we counted down the days on our calendars. But somehow, now that we are finally standing on the edge of it, it feels like an amazing shock. We spent years wishing for the time to move faster, and now, I think most of us would give anything just to make it slow down a little, even if only for a single moment. To our CIPLIC community, thank you for being our safe place. Over the years, we learned that a school isn't just a collection of brick walls, classrooms, and textbooks. It is a living, breathing community. It is the laughter that went through the hallways between periods, the shared stress before finals, and the joy of every victory, big or small. Seaplick became a second home, a place where we weren't just names on an attendance sheet, but a family. You nurtured our potential, embraced our flaws, and gave us the grace and space to figure out who we are. To our teachers, how do we begin to thank the people who saw our potential even when we were tired, too stressed, or too blind to see it ourselves? You didn't just teach us formulas, history, or literature. Anyone can teach a lesson plan, but you did something much greater. You taught us how to think, how to question, and how to believe in the power of our own voices. Your patience, your late nights grading, and your unwavering belief in us have left a permanent, impactful mark on our souls. You didn't just prepare us for exams, you prepared us for life. And you did it with a kindness we will never forget. And to our parents and families sitting in the audience today, we know this milestone belongs to you just as much as it does to us. Thank you for holding our hands when we were small and for letting them go just enough so we could learn to fly by ourselves. Thank you for the unconditional love, the endless sacrifices, and for being the quiet anchor beneath all our achievements. We are here because of you. To my friends, my peers, my classmates, Diego, Andrea, Renata, and Fatima, we made it. We survived the endless late-night study sessions, those quiet moments of heavy doubt when we wondered if we were enough, and the incredible breakdowns that in the end proved we were capable of everything. We remembered what it felt like to sit under the dim lights, staring at notebooks, wondering how we would cross the finish line. Yet every single time, we found a way to pull each other through. We lived through the routine of daily life here, the stress of exams, and everything in between. We felt the weight of the early mornings, the frantic last-minute review sessions in the hallways, and the shared sighs of relief when the final bell rang. When I look out to you all today, I don't just see a bunch of graduates in caps and gowns. I see the faces behind the memories. I see the future leaders and change makers of the world. But more than that, I see the people who grew up alongside me. I see the evolution of who we were on our very first day here compared to the confident, resilient individuals standing before me right now. Thank you for the endless laughter, the late night advice when we were all procrastinating and helping each other, and for being the best part of these years at school. The chapters we wrote together at Seaplick are not just pages in a yearbook. They are permanently woven into who I am and who we are becoming in the future. Those moments have shaped our character, taught us kindness, and showed us the true value of lifelong friendship. Saying goodbye to this place is hard, but we aren't really leaving empty-handed. As we step out into the world that is waiting for us, we carry a piece of each other wherever we go. Our stories will always be tangled up in the best possible way. No matter how many miles come between us or where our next steps take us, the bond we formed in these classrooms will remain unbroken. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it. Y ahora, con el permiso de todos, quiero hablar un poco en el idioma que me enseñó el verdadero significado del amor para las dos personas más importantes de mi vida. Papá, desde que era un niño chiquito, siempre te he visto como mi superhéroe. Eras esa persona invisible, invencible que hacía que todo pareciera fácil. El hombre que resolvía cualquier problema y que me hacía sentir que nada malo me podía pasar si tú estabas cerca. Hoy que ya crecí, que entiendo mucho más de la vida, de las responsabilidades y el esfuerzo que cuesta salir adelante, ya no te veo solo como ese superhéroe de mi infancia. Hoy te veo como el hombre que quiero llegar a ser en el futuro, como mi ejemplo más grande de lo que es la integridad. Absolutamente nada ni nadie en este mundo podría jamás ocupar el lugar que tú tienes en mi vida, porque la huella que dejas en mí es profunda y para siempre. Me has enseñado con tus acciones día a día y sin necesidad de dar grandes discursos el verdadero valor del trabajo duro, de la disciplina, de ser una persona honesta, de palabra y derecha. Me enseñaste lo que significa proteger, proveer y amar a la familia por encima de cualquier otra cosa en este mundo. Me acuerdo de cuando llegas a la casa, después de pasar varias semanas viajando por trabajo. Sé que venías muy cansado, cargando el estrés de los días afuera, el tráfico, los problemas y que lo único que querías era cruzar la puerta, quitarte los zapatos y dormirte. Pero nunca te importó eso. Tu prioridad siempre fui yo. Siempre encontrabas el momento, la sonrisa y la energía para abrazarme, preguntarme cómo estaba, jugar conmigo y hacerme el niño más feliz del mundo. Estar acostado en tu pecho se volvió mi lugar seguro. Ese rincón donde sentía que el mundo exterior no podía hacerme daño, donde no había miedo y donde el tiempo se detenía. Gracias por cada consejo que me diste, por las pláticas de hombre a hombre cuando empecé a crecer y a enfrentarme a mis propios problemas, y por enseñarme a levantarme con dignidad cada vez que me equivoqué o cometí un error. Gracias por haber trabajado tanto para que a mí nunca me faltara nada, sacrificándote en silencio muchas veces para que yo pudiera tener las oportunidades que hoy celebro. Sé que ahora viene el futuro, que me va a tocar tomar mis propias decisiones, equivocarme y construir mi propio camino. Pero quiero que sepas que haría todo lo que tengo en la vida para lograr ser al menos la mitad del gran hombre y del gran padre que eres tú. Saber que me estás mirando hoy aquí, con mi diploma en las manos, y sentir que te llenas de orgullo al verme, es la satisfacción más grande que puedo tener en este día. Tu orgullo es mi motor para todo lo que viene. Te amo, papá. Mamá, gracias por estar siempre ahí conmigo, en las buenas, en las malas y en las peores, sin importar qué tan difíciles, tristes o enredadas se pusieran las cosas. Para mí tú no eres solamente mi mamá, eres la persona que formó mi corazón, la que me enseñó a caminar por la vida con la cabeza en alto, y la persona que me conoce mejor que nadie en este mundo. Incluso cuando ni yo mismo sé qué me pasa, qué me molesta o qué es lo que siento, a ti no te puedo ocultar nada. Con solo mirarme a los ojos ya sabes exactamente cómo me siento y que necesito escuchar. Me pongo a pensar en todo lo que hemos vivido juntos desde que era niño hasta este momento, y se me llena el corazón de gratitud increíble. Me acuerdo de nuestras pláticas en la madrugada, los dos acostados en la cama, hablando de todo y de la nada a la vez, confesándote mis miedos y mis sueños hasta que nos daba el sueño. Me acuerdo de las risas que nos daban por chistes, anécdotas y miradas que solo nosotros dos entendemos y que nadie más comprende. Y me acuerdo sobre todo de esos días en los que yo andaba de mal humor, insoportable, en los que ni yo mismo me aguantaba, pero tú siempre con esa paciencia infinita, con tu apoyo y esa magia que solo tiene una madre como tú, encontrabas la forma exacta de hacerme sonreír, quitarme la carga de encima y devolverme la paz. Gracias por escucharme siempre sin jugarme, por ser mi espacio seguro cuando sentía que el mundo me presionaba o me exigía demasiado. Tus abrazos de verdad curan cualquier mal momento, son como un refugio que me hace sentir a salvo y en casa sin importar dónde esté. Gracias por enseñarme con tu propia vida lo que significa ser fuerte, salir adelante con una sonrisa aunque las cosas duelan o se pongan difíciles, y mantener siempre un corazón bueno y generoso con los demás. Cada vez que miro hacia atrás, en cada recuerdo bonito que tengo y también en cada momento donde tuve miedo, donde dudé de mi capacidad y donde quise rendirme, tú estabas ahí, firme como mi apoyo más fuerte, empujándome a creer en mí y recordando lo que valgo. Hoy me van a dar un diploma, voy a caminar por ese escenario y todos van a aplaudir, pero la realidad es que este logro no es mío, te lo dedico a ti. Este título tiene tus desvelos, tus preocupaciones, tus oraciones, tus sacrificios diarios y tu amor incondicional, que nunca me dejó caer. Gracias por ser la mejor mamá del mundo, mi mejor apoyo y mi mayor bendición. Te amo muchísimo. To our families, our teachers, and every single person who helped us reach this moment, thank you for believing in us when we were still figuring out how to believe in ourselves. You gave us the roots to grow, and today you are giving us the wings to fly. So, class of 2026, we spent years looking forward to this exact night, wondering what it would feel like when the final bell really rang. Now that it's here, it's not just the end of the chapter. It's the moment the book flies wide open. When we look back at our time at CPLIC, we won't just remember the grades or the exams. We'll remember the late nights turned into early mornings, the laughter that carried us through the hardest weeks, and the quiet, unbreakable certainty that we always had each other's backs. Diego, Andrea, Renata, Fatima, and every single person in this room, we didn't just survive these years, we built something beautiful together. As we step out these doors, the world might feel big, and it might feel loud, but never forget that we are ready. We carry the love of our parents, the wisdom of our mentors, and a bond with each other that time and distance can never erase. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it, and our story is just the beginning. Thank you.
And we've only just begun. Our next speaker is Fatima Hamadi. Please come up.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here today, sharing this special moment that we have all waited for. I'm very happy to say that we made it, but sad to say that our time here on CPLIC has come to an end. I know that I won't be leaving with any regrets because of all the amazing memories I made with all my friends. During Vanas, Geku's Fun Night, or even Forensics, we made the best out of them, creating memories that will stick with me forever. High school was definitely a good experience. I learned a lot, I grew a lot, and I had some great moments. But now it's time to close this chapter, excited for what's to come in the future. Even though it means leaving CPLIC behind, I'm looking forward to starting a new phase of my life and start building my future with all the knowledge that this great school has gifted me ever since I joined in 2nd grade. Before my time here is officially over, I want to take a moment to thank my teachers. Thank you so much for your patience, for pushing me when I needed it, and for making sure I learned something along the way. You were all amazing teachers, and I truly appreciate the dedication you showed, even on the days when we probably made it hard. I want to give a special thanks to Miss Judy for teaching me skills that go further than just playing the flute, teaching me to be confident in myself and making me realize I am capable of doing whatever I set my mind to. I also want to thank Mr. Barrios for your constant support during our volleyball games and for being a fun teacher, always making jokes and always valuing my efforts as an athlete. Las personas que realmente se merecen escuchar esto directamente de mí son mi familia. Todo lo que soy y todo lo que he logrado hasta hoy es gracias a ustedes, por darme la oportunidad de tener una educación increíble y por recordarme siempre de dónde vengo. Papá, gracias por ser mi apoyo incondicional, por asegurarte de que nunca me faltara nada y por darme oportunidades que a veces parecían imposibles. Este logro también es tuyo y espero hacerte orgulloso en todo lo que viene. Mamá, gracias por enseñarme a ser fuerte, por todo tu amor y tu paciencia. Siempre fuiste y serás la mejor, por demostrarme que absolutamente nada puede en contra de mí. Agradezco todo tu esfuerzo y espero siempre hacerte orgulloso. Gadir, gracias por siempre estar para mí en las buenas y en las malas, por hacerme feliz y por ser esa persona con la que siempre puedo hablar. Tenerte como hermana ha sido lo mejor que me ha pasado en la vida. Mis mejores recuerdos en CPLIC siempre serán esos que compartí contigo. Hamudi, gracias por ser ese compañero que todos necesitamos. Eres lo mejor que me ha pasado. Gracias a ti aprendí muchas cosas que nadie más me ha hecho entender. Todo mi tiempo en CPLIC ha sido mejor solo porque logré compartirlo contigo. Eres el mejor. Tatiana, gracias por ese rayito de luz que siempre necesito. Espero que siempre seas esa niña feliz y extrañaré que me saludes siempre que me veas en tu recreo. Espero servir como inspiración y sé que lograrás mucho más cuando sea tu turno de estar aquí. Y para mi abuela, gracias por estar este día hoy conmigo y gracias por los esfuerzos que ha hecho por mí. Gracias a quienes hicieron mis días inolvidables y siempre me hicieron sonreír. Gracias por estar a mi lado incondicionalmente y por crear conmigo los mejores recuerdos de todo. Espero que estas experiencias hayan sido igual de especiales para ustedes como para mí, porque las guardaré para siempre. Thank you all for being an amazing community and for the best environment I could have grown up in. Now it's time to move on. I will miss my time here at CPLIC, and I'm happy to say that the Geckos will always hold a special place in my heart. Thank you.
I'm going to give everybody a break before we go on and talk about something más o menos boring. Let's talk about symbolism. We are ushering these young people from high school into university and the real world. And there are several points of symbolism that I'd like to call your attention to. They're dressed in robes. And the robes are centuries old. They go back to the time when the priests were the most learned people around, and the fact that they're wearing those robes signifies the learning that they have accomplished. They all have stoles around their necks, and that also talks about knowledge and responsibility, and it being around their neck symbolizes the weight that comes with knowledge, the weight that comes with responsibility, taking care of yourselves, each other, and the world. Thank you, Paula. They're wearing caps And the caps have various interpretations. The one I like the most is the hardboard is symbolic of books. And books carry knowledge. And knowledge can help break down barriers and it can help pass ideas along. They also have a tassel hanging from the side of their cap, and right now it's on the right-hand side. And at the end of the ceremony, we'll move it to the left-hand side where it'll be closer to their hearts as they graduate as geckos. There's one other thing that I would like to call your attention to symbolically. Our next speaker is Renata Navarro, and would you come up? The gold cord on top of the Honor Society's stole, we have 2 Honor Society members, extra weight on your shoulders because you are demonstrated scholars and leaders and social advocates, and the weight of the world is not on you, but that's the symbolism of you have extra responsibilities. And Renata just received a gold cord to acknowledge that she's graduating with highest honors. So you've had a chance. You've had a chance to adjust to the whatever is bothering my eyes, and I'll give you Renata.
2 weeks ago, I was counting down the days until I could leave childhood behind and step into the freedom of adult life. But looking back at these last 12 years, I've realized that I'm not just finishing a chapter, I'm starting my own book. Today, I mark the end of one journey to embark on another, in search of my own definition of success and the discovery of new worlds. I remember walking to the last room at the end of the hall. The air conditioning was a little too cold, and there was a silence that was a bit too loud, but somehow comfortable to be around. I was the new kid who could be meeting 12 new faces that already knew each other's jokes and seats. For a long time, I was afraid of changing schools. That first day, I wondered if the decision was the right one for me. However, a new world can't be discovered if you aren't willing to leave the old ones behind. As the years went by, our group of 12 turned into a group of 10. Suddenly, we were just 7 students. And just recently, we were left with only the 5 of us sitting here today. Watching our numbers shift so rapidly, I learned that the world is constantly changing. People come and go. I've learned that the world is constantly changing. People come and go, and relationships come and go. Together, we survive a global pandemic, crash outs, power outages, water shortages, and tough political elections. We proved that a bond isn't necessarily defined by how many people are in our room, but by the volume of memories they share. Today, we aren't just graduating. We're proving that having the right group is always better than having a big group. We learned that we couldn't control who left, but we had the opportunity to choose to hold tight to those who stayed. While I'm standing at this podium today, I'm not the only author of this chapter. I want to express my gratitude to everyone who has been part of it, especially those who stayed during difficult times. Primeramente, quiero agradecerle a mi familia por todo el apoyo que me han brindado, por recordarme mi verdadero valor y por enseñarme que solo nosotros tenemos el control de lo que en verdad queremos construir. Para Cheto, gracias por ser ese compañero constante, el que me apoya en cada paso, el que me ha enseñado que no siempre tenemos que reaccionar o tener una respuesta para demostrar nuestra sabiduría. Que a pesar de saber que estoy mal, siempre está allí para levantarme y ayudarme. Siempre estaré para darte esa mano cuando la necesites, para darte mi opinión o solo para decirte deja el fastidio. Gracias por ser mi apoyo incondicional y por ser ese hermano mayor ejemplar. Siempre seremos tú y yo. Para la Momi, mi apoyo total, mi guía y mi mentora. La que siempre me recuerda mi valor y la importancia de creer en mí. Que sin importar cuántas veces me caiga, siempre me recogerá y me aconsejará. La que siempre estás sin importar la hora, la idea o la actividad. Gracias por ser el motor de mis metas y por estar en cada paso que doy. Muchos dicen que no muevo un pie sin mi mamá, pero juntas somos una. Para mi papá, sé que no sueles ser un hombre de muchas palabras y que no solemos demostrarnos tanto afecto. Sin embargo, tu presencia ha sido mi mayor certeza. Quiero darte las gracias por brindarme la oportunidad de tener esta educación, una educación que nos prepara para el mundo, para tener una perspectiva más clara de la vida. Sé que no ha sido fácil llegar hasta aquí y que han sido muchas horas de trabajo y sudor. Pero quiero que tengas por seguro que todo ha valido la pena. Gracias por ser mi pilar, por siempre estar ahí sin necesidad de palabras. Hoy este título es un reflejo de tu esfuerzo y prometo honrarlo convirtiéndome en una persona íntegra y trabajadora como tú. Los amo. También quiero agradecer a aquellos que no pueden estar físicamente presentes conmigo hoy, sea por la distancia o porque ya no están con nosotros. Sé que sin importar el país o su ubicación en el cielo, están orgullosos de mí. A mi tía, sé que los kilómetros nos separan, pero siempre estás presente y sé que con tan solo una llamada estás ahí para mí. No sabes lo mucho que quisiera que estuvieras aquí celebrando conmigo. Para la Yeye y Manolo, sé que estarían muy orgullosos de la persona en la que me he convertido y de todos mis logros. Lo que daría por darles un abrazo y decirles que lo logré. Que esto es solo el comienzo de un nuevo mundo y contarle todos mis planes de convertirme en ingeniero automotriz en unos años. Quiero hacer una mención especial a Andrea Suárez, que a lo largo de este año no solo se ha convertido en mi mejor amiga, sino parte de mi familia, mi hermana mayor. Una de las amistades más sinceras y valiosas que me ha dado el colegio. Quiero darte las gracias por estar conmigo en esta etapa tan importante para mí. Gracias por haber llegado a mi vida de la manera más inesperada, que sinceramente no puedo decir cuándo comenzó. Pero agradezco sinceramente que haya sucedido. Que a pesar de los kilómetros que nos distancian, siempre lograrás estar conmigo en todo momento. En estos momentos buenos, en esos momentos donde solo necesito que alguien escuche sin juzgar. Por apoyarme hasta cuando sabes que no debería y estar en los momentos más de Lulu. Gracias por siempre estar. To all the teachers who have been part of this process, I want to thank you all for your patience. I know I'm not always an easy person to handle, and I am someone who is constantly chasing answers, and I'm sure my persistence was a lot to manage at times. I want to make a special mention to Mr. Carlson, Ms. Burguera, and Ms. Judy. You three have witnessed my progress firsthand, both academically and as a person. You have seen me evolve from an impatient kid who needed immediate answers into a leader who knows how to listen and guide others. Thank you for not quieting my voice, but for teaching me how to use it effectively and for the benefit of all. I also want to thank Ms. Isabella for always being there to support us and for listening to all our anecdotes and my delusional stories. To Ms. Rowe, thank you for teaching us that even though work can feel tedious or even useless in the moment, in the end, it's always worth it. And by the way, Mr. Brown, I'm officially leaving in 30 minutes. I want to also express my gratitude to new friendships that I have created over the past years. You have taught me that only real ones stay when there is trouble. And finally, to my fellow four, if this school life was a book, you guys would be the best chapters. Thank you for filling the pages with laughter, anecdotes, and advice, and for making sure that every single day was filled with joy. To the four of us sitting here today, we might be a small group, but each of us has left a massive mark on my story. To Diego, we will miss your occurrences, your jokes, and your constant bugging, even when we told you 1,000 times to stop. I'll miss all the impossible plans you create, only for us to end up doing the simplest stuff. Thank you for always bringing that positive energy, for adding humor to all our classes, and for all the advice you give, even if you don't actually follow it yourself. To Fatima, every single memory I have with you is filled with good vibes and laughter. Thank you for always bringing so much joy to our group. To Daniel, the world could be completely melting away and you would somehow still keep your chill energy. While the rest of us are crashing out and losing our minds over a deadline, you're always the one just sitting there, quietly smiling or laughing at the chaos. Thank you for being the perfect balance in our classroom, for keeping us grounded when things got hectic, and for proving to us that not everything needs to be debatable. To Andrea, it's been a long journey since the 5th grade. We've had our ups and downs, but we've always found our way back to each other. I'm going to miss our bathroom talks and having to wake you up in the middle of class because the teacher was asking you a question or asking you if the world was correctly written. But most of all, thank you for all the support you've given me over the years. Thank you for always knowing exactly when I needed to hear the words breathe and take it easy. And for teaching me that I don't always have to rush. Thank you for being the person who has known me the longest and for helping me survive it all. As we stand here at the end of this chapter, the blank pages of our next books are waiting. The 5 of us are heading in completely different directions to write what will become our futures. Some of us will be studying medicine in search of new cures. Some will dive into physiotherapy to help others rebuild their strength. Some will eventually lead the corporate world in business. And as for me, I'll be diving into engineering, ready to design the machinery and cars of the future. But no matter where our individual paths take us, what career we build, or how many miles lie between us, we will all share the same foundation. We are the 5 who stayed. We are the ones who turned a cold, quiet classroom into a family. To the CIPLE class of 2026, as we turn the final page on this chapter, our pens are in our hands, our engines are started, and it's time to go out and discover our new worlds. Thank you all, and congratulations.
Diego, would you come on up, please?
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to thank every one of you for gathering here today, for the joy of celebrating the closure of such a commemorative chapter for each one of our lives. It is impossible to forget the first day I stepped onto this campus, 9 years ago. I remember the nerves I had as I was walking towards the classroom. I was outside of my comfort zone, having just moved to Venezuela, but the emotional welcome I received, full of support and genuine affection, was the beginning of what would become my second family. All of the moments we've spent together have shaped me into a young man who is now standing before you today. My intention is for you all to take away a memorable piece of me with you, just as I will take a piece of all of you into this new stage of my life that I am eager to approach. It wouldn't be a lie to say that we've spent more time in school than in our own homes. And for us, this truly became a second home. To the teachers who with tireless effort and dedication have taught us, supported us, and advised us when we needed it, thank you. Thank you for walking with me during this beautiful journey. I want to thank Ms. Nelson's always positive personality that fueled our mornings. Mr. Wendell, who never gave up on me even when biology felt like a foreign language. Ms. Burguera, and our senioritis since last year. Y los meréis. The invaluable debates and deep conversation with Mr. Brown. The endless IXL classes with Ms. Mari Carmen. The Spanish department's wax museums. The raw first block of full senioritis with Miss Rowe. Our concerts, which were actually the best concerts in CIPLE history, with Miss Judy and Miss Mendoza. The creativity of art classes with Mr. Jairo. The 7 Vanas championships with Mr. Barrios and Mr. Muñoz. Siempre seré el papá. And Mr. Carlson's unwavering dedication to always having the best attitude when greeting us every single day. With the greatest affection, I want to thank all of you who made it possible for me to be standing here today. Este diploma tiene escrito mi nombre, pero también tiene en él todo el amor, el esfuerzo y las enseñanzas que mi familia me ha brindado durante toda mi vida. Me acuerdo de los largos viajes hacia Bucaramanga, en carro, a visitar a mi nonita. que siempre nos recibía con tanto amor y con sus cascaritas que a mi papá y a mí nos encantaban tanto. Esas vacaciones con el calor y amor incondicional que siempre recibimos de mis abuelos en Cartagena. Mi abuelito, un hombre que en su vida ha demostrado lo que es ser un amigo, un gran padre y para mí, el mejor abuelo del mundo. Mi abuelita, un roble que día a día me ha demostrado lo importante que es ser amable y estar ahí para todo el mundo. Una persona que no se rinde, no importa lo que la vida le ponga enfrente. Mi hermano, cuando éramos pequeños tú y yo nos peleamos mucho, pero demasiado. Tanto así que me rompiste mis dientes. Pero me acuerdo que mientras más se acercaba tu partida hacia la universidad, empezamos a acercarnos más y más. Tanto así que puedo decir con certeza que los mejores momentos de mi vida los he pasado contigo. Desde sentarnos miles de horas a ver series, hasta perdernos en ciudades, pero siempre riéndonos de cualquier cosa. Gracias por todo, te odio. Mamá, eres una persona que me ha acompañado y apoyado en todos los momentos de mi vida, desde pararme a las 5 de la mañana a entrenar hasta quedarte toda la noche despierta cuidándome porque estoy enfermo. Siempre has estado para mí. Sin importar las circunstancias, me has enseñado innumerables lecciones en esta vida. Enseñarme a responder por mis propios problemas, a nunca rendirme pase lo que pase y a saber que aunque las cosas no siempre vayan a nuestro favor, siempre hay un aprendizaje de cada cosa. De verdad que sin ti no sé quién sería. No hay palabras para agradecer todo lo que has hecho por mí. Y me siento orgulloso y honrado de poder decir que eres mi madre. Te amo, mamá. Papá, a ti quiero agradecerte por siempre haber sido ese pilar inquebrantable en nuestras vidas. Eres una persona que se ha sacrificado mucho en su vida. Desde pequeño lo has dado todo por salir adelante y yo sé que cada paso que das el día a día ha sido y es para nosotros. Siempre en cada momento me das un ejemplo del tipo de persona que debo ser. Y eso me enorgullece. Y me ha ayudado a aprender de ti y querer ser un poco más como tú cada día. Mi mayor orgullo el día de hoy es saber que soy tu hijo, que llevo tus valores y tu ejemplo en mi corazón. Espero algún día por lo menos ser mitad del hombre que tú eres. Gracias por ser el mejor papá que pude haber pedido. Te amo, papá. To close, I want to address the people who have been sharing with this last 9 years with me. We haven't only shared classrooms. We grew up together. We changed together, and we became who we are today. We are celebrating our last moments of this beautiful chapter. I look at you, and I know that I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anyone else. I am lucky to be able to call you my class. Renata, mi costilla. Throughout all these years, we have had a very complicated relationships. When we were little, we used to fight for everything, from PE class to any other thing that we could have possibly disagreed on. But as we have grown, we have come closer and closer to the point where I consider you one of my best friends, and a person that I can trust and know that I can count on. Fatima. We might not have a million stories together, but the ones we do have are very meaningful. The conversations we had as a class, in Mr. Moreno's class, are some of the best that I've ever had, even if they meant that we were paying more attention to each other than the actual lesson. Thank you for the laughs, for the great energy you brought, and for helping those moments be some of my favorites. Andrea, you have always been such a welcoming person with everyone, always being kind and helping everybody with anything they need. You have always been there for me and have always helped me when I needed it the most. Thank you for always being there, for your endless support and showing me what a true unconditional friendship looks like. Daniel, mi hermano. Since day one, we became best friends. We have shared countless laughs, gone through crazy experiences, gone through the ups and downs these past 9 years have brought us. But the most important thing is that we have gone through them together. I have countless memories that are worth pure gold. Staying up for days playing video games with Abraham in quarantine, going out with Rodrigo and Gabriel, just going wherever the wind would take us. Standing on this stage wouldn't mean half as much if you weren't standing here next to me. Thank you for the unforgettable memories and for a brotherhood that I know will last a lifetime. Well, this chapter is officially coming to an end. The lessons we learned, the friendships we built, and the love shared within these walls will stay with us forever. As we are prepared to head our separate ways into the world, I look at all of you and remember how we have talked about it a million times. And I just know that our futures are incredibly bright. Thank you to my family, my teachers, and the class of 2026 for making this past 9 years the adventure of a lifetime. Cheers to where we've been, where we are right now, and the incredible journeys that lie ahead. Muchas gracias a todos.
All right, Andrea, please come up.
Before I start, just a quick warning. If anybody here knows me, you know that I'm probably the biggest crybaby out there, so please just bear with me. Good evening, everyone, staff, students, parents, friends, and my fellow graduates. As I stand here today and watch as we say goodbye to this chapter of our lives, I can't help but replay all of the memories of my childhood and my time here at Seaplick. When I first walked through the doors of Seaplick in 4th grade, sporting pigtails and a concerningly glittery unicorn backpack, I wondered how long I'd be here and what this day would feel like. Admittedly, I was pretty disappointed to realize life wasn't a Disney Channel episode or a High School Musical. However, beyond math lessons and running the mile in PE, my time here taught me far more than my own personality, goals, and aspirations than balancing chemical equations ever could. I won't pretend these years were easy. That would be a lie. I've struggled, I've cried, and constantly asked myself, how much longer? Yet, looking back, I realized school didn't just teach me academics. It taught me how to be patient, how to be resilient, and how to become a better person. I realized hard work pays off when, after 3 years of giving my absolute best, I received my National Honor Society invitation at the start of senior year. I realized school friendships can last lifetimes when, after 9 years, my closest friend from 4th grade, Sophia, and I still remain inseparable despite living in different countries. I realized the meaning of unconditional love when my mom would stay up until 3 a.m. with me to finish school projects I'd spent months procrastinating on. And I realized that never giving up is worth it, because after all the self-doubt and moments of wanting to walk away, here I am, giving my final speech and soon to be a college student. While writing this speech, I have also realized that there was no way I could have done this on my own. And frankly, I feel it would be selfish of me to accept this diploma without acknowledging the people who helped me make this happen. Firstly, and most importantly of all, I want to thank God, because He has given me the opportunity, the strength, and the will to keep going, even when I could not see the finish line. He has been there for me at all times, including the times I would wear religious socks and an oversized rosary to school whenever I had a big test. Even though I studied, I like to think that He helped me pass. I want to thank teachers and staff because you guys have given me the tools and motivation to keep me going. You guys all have a shocking amount of patience that